Hello, everyone. My name is Terrell Alexander Garbut. I live in a city known as Belmopan, which is located in a small developing country known as Belize, which resides in Central America. The denizens of my country are comprised of many cultures, namely Creole, Hispanic, Mayan, Garifuna, Asian, East Indian, Mennonite, etc. If you can name it, we probably have it here. They're probably living right here. In my country, systematic oppression is not solely reserved to those of a darker shade of color, but don't get the situation misconstrued. Of course not. Please don't. Abuse of authority does take place, namely to that of law enforcement, which is what I want to be focusing on in this audio video. The nuance of abuse of authority in my country, juxtaposed to that of the United States of America, is not subjective, but objective. I myself have been in a scuffle or two with law enforcement, but as the people of my country would say, I got stripes. This means I simply knew those with ascendancy who I could simply call on to rely on to get me out of the scuffle, and my then oppressor, so to speak, would be forced to treat me with veneration. It goes without saying that the murder and unjustified treatment of, just to name a few, Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and countless others is sickening and prodigiously deplorable and heinous. I can't express how disgusted and appalled I am. There are no words in any of the 6,500 known languages throughout the world to express my flaring emotions over this pathetic display of aloofness that was displayed in a video depicting the murder of George by Derek Chauvin, an officer who was to serve and protect. But what was he serving or protecting, And the three officers who couldn't care less when the public was imploring them to cease their repulsive actions. I'm not a U.S. citizen by any mean. I have a visa to visit. But I do have family who are citizens of the U.S. And I vehemently loathe the fact each and every goddamn night that I must worry about their safety by those who are meant to quote unquote serve and fucking protect. As I sit here recording this slightly, just a tad bit, inebriated due to the fact I couldn't be in my innate sense to record this because of the gut-wrenching feeling in my gut I get every day when I read or listen to an article about systematic oppression. It's just a daily thing that seems to happen every day. It's so gruesome and so worrying. Social injustice and the downright inhumane treatment of black people worldwide. I know it's not only black people, I know it's every single person in the world. But right now, just give me the benefit of the doubt. Just please, let's focus on the black people in the recent events of Mr. George Floyd. It's unequivocally the opposite of mellifluous. If you made it through to the end of me preaching, I appreciate you for indulging me with your precious time. Time is the only thing you can never get back. To listen to me stand on my soapbox and share my discourse of taste, or for simply put, wrongdoings. And lastly, I like to state, from my tiny country of Belize, and those who are with me here and worldwide, I stand in solidarity with those of you who are protesting. And while I don't have a large enough platform for my voice to be heard audibly, I have a platform nonetheless. So I beseech to you to let your voice be heard regardless and do your part in circumventing this more than a century-old injustice. This goes back before you, me, your grandfather, great-grandfather, great-great-great-great-grandfather. This goes back so many years. And I'd like to say thank you once again for listening. I'm truly humble. And go ahead and share this or like it if you see or feel the need to. Please do your part for us to finally triumph over those who think they're supercilious to those of a certain color, ethnicity, race, etc., etc. With that being said, thank you and have a good day.